Cape Breton, a large and sparsely populated island in Canada, boasts some of the most stunning landscapes on Earth. The breathtaking shoreline offers unparalleled views of the Atlantic Ocean, while the pine, fir, and deciduous trees tower over the lush, low-growing bushes and flowers that flourish inland. The island's diverse flora supports a rich variety of wildlife, ranging from small creatures like foxes, lynxes, and hares to larger animals such as black bears and moose. However, despite the island's natural beauty, tragedy can strike even in the most serene environments. On October 27, 2009, 19-year-old folk singer Taylor Mitchell was tragically mauled to death by coyotes in Cape Breton, marking the first recorded fatal coyote attack in Canada. The eastern coyotes in Cape Breton Highlands National Park are notably larger than their ancestors. This size increase is due to interbreeding with wolves as they migrated from the southwestern United States to Nova Scotia in the early 20th century. This genetic heritage has resulted in a more robust species, comparable in size to medium-sized German shepherds. Coyotes are opportunistic and highly adaptable, making them formidable hunters capable of taking down even large prey like moose. Despite their intelligence and adaptability, coyotes generally avoid human contact. So, how did a coyote attack occur? Coyote attacks on humans are exceedingly rare. When they do happen, it is often because the animals have been fed by humans, or because they are defending their pups. In most cases, coyotes view humans with caution and steer clear of them. However, there are rare instances where coyotes stalk and hunt people, as in the tragic case of Taylor Mitchell. Taylor Mitchell was an up-and-coming folk musician from Toronto, Ontario. At just 19 years old, she had already made a name for herself in the Canadian folk music scene. Fresh out of high school, she dedicated herself to songwriting and performing at various venues across the country. Her talent and dedication led her to sign a record deal with Backroad Tavern Productions in 2009. That same year, she released her debut album, For Your Consideration, which received positive reviews. Her newfound success took her on a solo tour of Eastern Canada, a journey she eagerly anticipated after recently obtaining her driver's license and car. On October 28, Taylor was scheduled to perform in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Arriving 2 days early, she found herself with extra time and decided to explore the Cape Breton Highlands National Park. The park, known for its stunning beauty, was an ideal place for Taylor, who loved nature and enjoyed environmental walks. The Skyline Trail, a popular path on the island, caught her attention. It looped along the Gulf of St. Lawrence and offered breathtaking views, making it a perfect escape from her busy tour schedule. Around 2:30 p.m., Taylor left her car in the parking lot and began her hike along the access road leading to the Skyline Trail. Approximately 15 minutes into her walk, she passed by a couple heading in the opposite direction. Unfortunately, this brief encounter marked the last time Taylor would be seen unharmed. As the couple continued down the access road, they spotted two large coyotes moving in the opposite direction. One of the hikers took a photograph of the animals, but soon after, they heard unsettling cries in the distance. Unable to determine whether the sounds came from a human or an animal, the couple became concerned and rushed to the parking lot to call 911 from an emergency phone. By 3:15 p.m., the Royal Canadian Mounted Police had been alerted, and an ambulance was dispatched to the scene. Meanwhile, the coyotes had caught up with Taylor on the access road. The animals growled menacingly and half-charged at her, trying to provoke her into running. This behavior is typical of predators, as a fleeing animal becomes easier prey. Unfortunately, the coyotes did not recognize Taylor as a human, but instead saw her as prey. Overwhelmed by fear, Taylor tried to retreat toward the trailhead, dropping her belongings as she screamed for help. She pulled out a small pocketknife to defend herself, but it was no match for the coyotes, which were in full hunt mode. The coyotes attacked Taylor, biting her legs and fingers as she desperately tried to fend them off. They pushed her deeper into the trail, eventually causing her to trip and fall. The animals then launched a full-scale attack, tearing at her clothing and inflicting severe wounds. Despite her injuries, Taylor managed to run toward a nearby bathroom, leaving a trail of blood behind her. In her panic, she tried to open the bathroom door, but the relentless attacks continued. Unable to gain entry, She fled into the trees, where she finally collapsed from blood loss and injuries. Back on the access road, a group of hikers came across Taylor's belongings and immediately knew something was wrong. As they followed the trail, they found her camera and began calling out for her, but received no response. When they reached the clearing, they noticed blood and extra clothing near the bathroom door, which was smeared with blood. Rounding the corner, they discovered Taylor with a coyote standing over her. The hikers tried to scare off the animal, but it showed no fear and even acted aggressively toward them. After several attempts, they finally managed to drive the coyote away, but it lingered a short distance away, growling in anger. When the Royal Canadian Mounted Police officer arrived, he fired a shotgun at the coyote, successfully driving it off. However, the officer initially believed Taylor had been attacked by a bear and did not finish off the animal. Despite being rushed to the hospital, Taylor's injuries were too severe, and she died from blood loss shortly after arriving. In the aftermath of the attack, various theories emerged to explain why the coyotes had targeted Taylor. Some speculated that she had inadvertently approached a coyote den, while others suggested she may have tried to feed the animals. However, none of these theories were proven, leading officials to reassess the dangers posed by coyotes in the park. Despite her tragic death, Taylor's mother, an environmentalist like her daughter, opposed the culling of the coyotes. She believed that Taylor would not have wanted the animals to be killed. However, park officials ultimately decided to hunt down the rogue coyotes involved in the attack. Over the following days, several aggressive coyotes were shot, including a large male believed to be the pack leader. Although Taylor Mitchell's life was tragically cut short, her legacy lives on through the Taylor Mitchell Legacy Trust, an organization that promotes community outreach for music and the arts while educating people on habitat preservation. Taylor's passion for music and the environment continues to inspire others, even in the face of such a heartbreaking and unfortunate end. Like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates. Stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching.